Hello, welcome to What's New Get Ready With Me video, and this is another uncut. So we are doing things in real time today, and I am going to try out and also show you a few new things that I've been testing. So some untested, some things I have been using. So we'll talk about new makeup. We're going to talk about what's new in life and new other things going on. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And as always, all the products and the colors and everything that I use will be linked down below. But I'm just starting off with something that's not new. It is the Hourglass Vanish Concealer in the shade Sepia, using the Rare Beauty concealer brush to blend this in. And I'm doing this before we address the elephant in the room, my hair. The first brand new thing, right? If you've not seen my salon visit video, this is probably very shocking to you. You're like, what is going on? Who is this blonde person? Going in with some Sigma lip oil, lip reviver oil. They sent me a whole box of lip goodies. We'll see what we can fit into this video. This is just kind of the clear shade one. These do feel really nice. Big doe foot applicator. They're not as oily as most lip oils, so I love that. So the hair is quite shocking, right? I'm sure that many of you have thoughts and kind of initial reactions, but you gotta let it mellow, let it, sink in. I have had this, as of filming this video, it has been almost a week since I got my hair done, and I am still adjusting. My husband, when I got it done, he wanted to FaceTime with me before he came home to see what he was coming home to, but we've had a lot of fun about it, but he, I think, likes it. And on Sunday at church was another test. I wondered what people were gonna think, and everybody actually loved it. And many people had to do a double take when I walked in. They were like, wait, who are you? So yes, I have not been this blonde, solid blonde, bright blonde since I was a kid. So, we're just letting it marinate. We're going to see. I don't know how long I'm going to keep it, but as my stylist said, the hard work is done. So if I decide to keep it, it's pretty easy now as far as just root touch-ups. Let's add a little bit of powder. So I just went in with the Alter Ego eyeshadow primer, and I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. And then I'm gonna use the Nakia Joy Velvet Finish Setting Powder. This is the pressed version, and the rougher number 33 brush. So I know my eyes are looking a little pale in this area, but that's okay. We're gonna just let our eyeshadow really stand out. So I am getting ready for my day today, and I was trying to decide what kind of uncut video to film, because I truly enjoy filming these, and I'm glad that you all are enjoying watching them. But there has to be some kind of direction, or at least direction of what kind of makeup I wanted to do today. So as I was looking at this plethora of a lot of PR that has come in over the last month, and then some new purchases I made at the end of May that I have not yet shown you, I thought, you know what? Let's do a fun what's new, because some of these things I have not yet had the opportunity to try. And then other things like the foundation that I'm using today, I have tried a few times, but I'm still working through. So this is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Broad Spectrum SPF 15. So MAC reformulated their old Studio Fix foundation. So I bought this at the end of May, and I bought NC30, which used to be my summer shade. And it's really dark. It doesn't look quite as dark in the bottle as it is in real life. So I finally figured out a way to use it, because I was toying with the idea of actually exchanging it, but I might get a lighter color if I continue to like it. So I just added a little of this Pro Foundation mixer in white, which I don't know if NYX still makes that, but LA Girl has something like it. So it doesn't change the performance of the foundation. Oh wait, I do have a primer, but it does change the shade and lightens it up. So, but before we go in with that, I just remembered I do have two new CoverGirl primers. One is the Velvet Blur, the other is the Plush Plump. And I've tried each of these once, but just in like one spot on the face. So let's try the Velvet Blur today. And as I put this on, I'm just gonna put this in the pore section and then here on my forehead. Don't worry, we'll get back to the hair in a moment. So I'm going to I'm not doing it all over my face. So this foundation I feel like does wear great without a primer, but I've just been playing with using something like this in pores and lines just to see if it's even more smoothing. All right, so while that sets, let me tell you what's on my face because I am testing some new skincare. It's a bunch of new, even though I've been on a no-buy month of June. We'll talk about that too. All right, so eye cream. Testing the CeraVe Skin Renewing Eye Cream, says visibly firms and reduces the look of fine lines and crow's feet. I've only used it a couple days, but I actually really like how it feels and it sinks in very quickly. Now, of course, I have some concealer right there, but then I also have been testing, this is the Dalton Skin Genius, what is it called? Super Spray. It's hyaluronic spray serum with reishi mushroom. This has the finest mist. I don't even know that you would be able to even see it. I don't know if you can even see that. The finest mist, and it smells delightful. So I've been using this instead of my hyaluronic acid serum. Used it for several days, maybe about a week. And then today was the first time I tried the CeraVe Ultra Light Moisturizing Gel. And this is brand new, I think, to their line. And it just says it has 3 essential ceramides, niacinamide, and hyaluronic acid. So I'm skipping my niacinamide booster drops, just use that and then sunscreen. So my usual sunscreen, my favorite, I should say, is the Elta MD Clear Tinted. That's what I have on my face. So now that that primer has sunk in, let's go to foundation. All right, I'm trying a couple of new brushes, 2 from Rougher, and these are actually still in their kind of testing line. So this is the B04 and the B05. Does this shape remind you of any makeup brush? It's that slanted tilt that BK Beauty started and everybody is on board with. Really nice. Now the B of the Rougher means that it's synthetic bristles. So they're starting a new synthetic line. And then look at this concealer brush. It's similar to the A506, but it has a point on it. So we'll try that out. I've not tried it. And then I finally got my hands on 2 of the Nikia La Rose brushes from BK Beauty. So this one's so interesting to me. I feel like it's one of those funhouse, you know, like half mirror things. I don't know, interesting. But let's go in first with the Rougher B05 or B04 brush. And let's just see how this applies foundation. And while we do, we will talk about hair. So I have been talking about doing this something dramatic, like all platinum, with my stylist for almost a year. And we did talk about this a little bit in the salon video, but literally we always talk, you know, oh, what would I like to try next? And we had to solve the problem of bleach on the scalp because my hair is so dark naturally that I usually require volume 40 to get my highlights nice and cool toned and not orange. So she was really hesitant. She didn't want to have to do that on my scalp, and thinking we would probably have to do a double bleach process. So she's like, that's just too harsh on your scalp. So long story short, I'll spare you the details here because we did talk about it in that video, but we found a different product, used that, and it worked amazingly well. And so now I'm just adjusting to life as Miss Blondie. The one thing, and I know one of you messaged me about this problem of getting makeup in the hairline around your face. And it is really difficult. So we'll get everything done. And then I go back with a wet wipe or a washcloth or something. And I just kind of clean that up at the end, but it's a challenge. You gotta start before the hairline and kind of work it in. So yes, we are finding new things, and I also am still trying to decide what the right brow shade is for me. I've seen some blondes with super dark brows and it looks good. And then others where it's like, oh, it's too harsh. And I need color. I feel like I need my brows, the structure, but yeah, we're still playing with that. Okay, so that brush is nice. I don't feel like it's not quite as soft over the skin as the BK Beauty 101 brush is. It feels a little prickly, but I do like the density, the shape, all of that. But yeah, it was just a little prickly, and I feel like I have a Gracie hair on my face. All right, I'm gonna add a little more. I'm not sure, you know, usually a more dense brush does leave the most coverage as well. Kind of press it into the skin, but I don't know. We'll have to see. All right, we've got the we're gonna let this sit. And now I have 3 new Alter Ego eyeshadow palettes. One I have shown before, and I have been using so often, in particular, 2 of the shades. This is the Dream Gaze palette. So I've shown this before, and I was tempted to do something wild and crazy, but wait, there's another palette. Actually, there's 2 more palettes that they have released. This one is Mystique. Check this out. Oh my goodness, I haven't even taken the plastic out of here. I mean, talk about colorful. Oh my goodness. And then we have Wildwood, which again, I have not yet used. And this has more of those kind of almost autumnal shades, I think, you know, grassy. There's a little bit of some terracotta right here. So I feel like this one is not speaking to me. So I think let's do a combination. Let's just see if we can find a couple shades. Oh goodness. We'll just play around with maybe a few shades from here and a few shades from here, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so let me see. Do we have a brow bone highlight shade among the palettes? Not really. So hold on. This is real life. This is what happens. I just pull out this Huda shade. This is the browns. This palette. I put on this brow bone highlight shade real quick because we need to make sure we've got something to blend into. Okay, we've got that taken care of. All right, let's start off with, let's just have some fun here. All right, we're gonna mix these 2 shades. Ooh, those are pretty pigmented. So because I have this kind of peachy pink color on today, let's go in with a combo of those 2. And I'm gonna use a rougher number 16 brush and just tap between those 2. And let's just put that through the crease. My goal is not anything too bright or crazy. We all know Shirley has said that before. But I would like, though, to do something really fun, either with this one or the Dream Gaze palette with the pastels. So either or and. So let me know in the comments what colorful eye look you would like me to do. Is it blue? Is it turquoise? Is it green? What color? Is it bright pink? I did wear a bright pink eye look in a couple videos back, and several of you commented on that. So, you know, I'm always up to do a pink or purple look, but if you want me to experiment with something else fun, let me know. And the winner, the most requested color, that's what we'll do maybe in the next uncut video. So, okay, I'm just blending. Actually, those 2 colors together are really nice. And these, I feel like Alter Ego has really continued to improve their eyeshadow formula. I really do. And they seem to be long wearing. Of course, I always use an eyeshadow primer. So that always makes a big difference. Okay, we've got that blended in. Now let's see, where do we want to go from here? Ooh, I'm not feeling blue today. Let's go into this Wildwood palette. And let's borrow, ooh, you know what? I'm wearing actually khaki green pants today. Okay, that's many times, truthfully, how I decide what colors I want to wear. It's based on my outfit. So let's go in with a little bit of that. All right, so that's the shade right here. Again, this is the Wildwood palette. And let's just apply with our finger. Okay, it's not quite as deep of a color. All right, has a little bit of some yellow, so we might add a little bit of the green in here. There is this shade right here. Let's see. Ooh, whoa, that's a lot of green. And then we've got these two browns, so we'll have a little bit of fun. Let me pull in a clean brush here. When I use a new palette, I like to use clean brushes if I can. All right, I'm gonna go back to this one. Let's build this up a little. I'm using the rougher number 2 brush. So on Sunday at church, my husband, after everybody was doing their, you know, double takes and comments as I went up to the front, my husband then introduced me as the new pianist. He says, "We fired Sharalee. This is Anne." I think you'll find her playing very similar to Sharalee's. So it was just kind of funny. It was a big joke, but actually I've had several people afterwards, you know, they said, "We really like it. It's so fun." And several people said, "Why not?" I said, exactly, right? Why not just have fun? All right, I'm gonna go in with this dark brown first. Let's go in with that right over the green just to mix it up. And I feel like these are not going down. Oh, well, there we go. Right as I was gonna say not quite as full color, we get more full color. So, whew, okay, never mind. That brown is quite pigmented. Now let's blend it out, and we're gonna use the 01 brush, and I'm gonna go back to that khaki shade to blend the edges there. And I do have so many lip products today, so I'm not sure where we're gonna end up, but I did film a couple of reels for Instagram for several of the Sigma lip products. So if I don't show everything today, make sure you're following me over there. And also I'm going to, I know many of you are not on Instagram, so I am going to try my best to also start doing a few YouTube shorts, crossover. You know, if I've done something on Instagram, I'll try to update you here as well. Okay, let's go back to our 2 crease colors here on that same number 1 brush. I might actually, let's dip into the pink and that. Could be risky. Some of you are like, oh, pink, here we go. It's just enough to make that orange a little more peachy. Yeah, I like that. All right, and a little bit of the orange. This is just what we do here, you know? We just have fun blending. We chat about life while we're blending. Okay, let's see. All right, let's even out the other side now. Now, I'm filming this, I've been filming about a week ahead of time, trying to stay on top of things because I am getting ready to go to my nephew's wedding, which is in Georgia. So there's a few things that I am testing out makeup-wise. I'm just trying to think, that's why I actually am starting with that new moisturizer, because I'm trying to find some things that are lighter weight for skincare, makeup for the hot, humid climate that I'm going to, although it's been hot here too. Who am I kidding? So, all right, we're going to stop for the moment with that. And let's go to the lid. I feel like I just have to use my 2 favorite shades in this palette right now. Well, actually I have 3 favorite shades, the pink, of course, and then these 2 I've really been enjoying. Let's start with, as I'm looking at this other palette, let's start with this yellow shade first. And it has a bit of a duochrome. Of course, my finger already has some shadow on it. Let me clean that off a little better. Okay, let's go in. All right, so this has a bit of a duochrome of yellow and green, but it just comes off just so nice and bright. It's such a fun color. This palette, this is the Dream Gaze one, has several duochrome shades, and I've been so impressed. That's really fun. Okay, but I want to add a little bit of this one. So this one looks white, but it has a pinky peach duochrome. So let's layer that on top. Oh yeah, I really like that. It's subtle, it's soft, but it's there. So I know some of you wonder, why do you layer all these colors? And it's because it makes it more interesting. Even if I'm not going anywhere that anybody's gonna be studying my eyeshadow, I just like it. So, you know, gotta have a little personal enjoyment, right, from our makeup. Okay. All right, I think we're pretty even there. We will, of course, touch up the inner corner in a moment. Now, for eyeliner, boy, I got a really nice PR package from Almay. They've come out with 2 new eyeliners, but they're both jet black. And I think I'm gonna hold off on these because I don't think I want black liner today. But the liquid liner, it is very, here, let me just show you. It is so jet black, matte black, and it stays put. And it does have a really nice, soft, fine tip. We might end up using a little bit of that. It doesn't have the shaker ball, which I'm disappointed. And then they have a new intense gel eyeliner, also super black. And I'm gonna have these swatches on my hand all day. They're both very long wearing. I think this one at least is waterproof. I have the packaging here somewhere. If you could see my desk, it's a disaster. But then What's Up Beauty sent me 3 items from their new collection. And this is their Egyptian collection, I think it is. And yes, Egyptian Queen. And these are liquid liners. And I swatched them when I first got them, but I remember one of them was like this really cool duochrome shade. So let's see, which one is this? Oh, I might be having to pull out my readers here. Oh yeah, okay, this is the one. Or no, this is the black. All right, so the only thing is it's one of those that you pull out of the well. I always struggle with these kind of liners. Now this one is so fun. Again, I swatched these. Do you see that duochrome? It looks very green, but it has this gold duochrome. It's so pretty, gold to turquoise even, depending on how the light hits. I think we should try a little bit of that today. Why not, right? I'm only going to a worship team practice. There's just 3 of us. They don't care. All right, I'm going to, let's start off though with a little bit of brown liquid liner, I think. I don't know, maybe we should do black. All right, you know, just changing my mind because I can. I'm gonna go in with the Almay, just a tiny little bit here in the outer corner. And I might put a little shadow over this just to soften it. Now, I do struggle, even though the tip is kind of soft, I do kind of struggle to get a nice clean line. There we go. But it's so intense. Oh my goodness. There we go. That's not too bad, right? Okay, let's see if we can do this other side. And I really need a closer mirror here. When I'm filming, I'm a little further away from my mirror, so it's a little hard to get really nice and up close, and I don't want to block your view here. So let's try this way. Okay. All right, that's going on a little easier so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. All right. So for the wedding that I'm going to, or my nephew's wedding that I'm a part of, I should say, it's been a lot of planning and preparation for me because I am playing the piano for the service. I'm sorry if I'm blocking your view. Playing the piano, and then I am also doing the bride's makeup and hair. So I have been brushing up on some of my bridal videos, bridal makeup and hair. It's been a while since I've had the opportunity to do someone's hair, long hair. But I actually enjoy styling hair. I always thought if I could get a job just styling hair, I would totally do it. I don't really need to be a part of the cut. Just hand them over to me. I'll do the styling. I've always thought that was really fun. All right, let's see what we want to do with this green. Oh, not the black one. Okay, we're gonna put the black one away. I don't need that one. Let's try something fun with the green liquid liner. Oh, this could be a mistake, but let's just have some fun, right? Now, normally I don't do liquid liner on the lower lash line, but we'll do it today. And we can always go over it with a little bit of shadow. That's fun. This is gonna be one of those looks that, depending on how the light hits, it depends on how crazy it looks. Oh my goodness. Okay, what? Oh dear, I just dripped it out on my pants. Don't turn it upside down. Oh dear. Okay, we'll have to fix that later. Thankfully, it didn't go on Gracie, who is napping right under my desk, under my chair right now. It's a miracle. She has been, oh my goodness. It's almost like, you know, kids with, I think with snow and cold weather, when they get a little rambunctious because they've got extra energy or something. I feel like that is how it's been with her with the hot weather. Even though she's getting out for her walks, they are super early in the morning. So by the end of the afternoon, she is back full of energy again. And Mama's not. Mama is good and tired by then. So I'm just trying to see if I got enough on this side. I don't think I did. Okay, this is the trick with liquid liner. And here I was thinking, okay, we're gonna make this a shorter uncut video. Not go quite so long, not so detailed. We'll get this out of the way quicker so you all can get on with your day. And here I am pulling in a sparkly green liner. Okay, well, we're gonna let that sit. Oh goodness. Okay, this is why I don't love this type of applicator for liquid liner, is it gets all over your lashes, either upper or lower. On the lower, it's less problematic, but on the uppers, it makes my lashes get all crunchy and weird. Okay, we're gonna go back to this liquid liner, and now I'm going to just kind of connect with that line there. And go back to our palette now, and I need my little tiny, do we need our little tiny brush maybe? Let's actually go in with this. This is the E15 from Sigma. And let's go back to here to the dark brown. And now I'm going to just kind of go right in between that crazy liner and the black. And just somehow I think kind of makes a little bit easier of a transition between those two. At least that's the hope anyway, right? Okay. And one final touch up here with my little flat brush and a little bit of that brown, just a touch right there. Again, just softening the top of that black liner. Okay, that's fun. It's fun, you know, everyday-ish if you're Sharalee. That's the kind of makeup we're doing today. All right. Little blend. Okay, let's clean up under the eyes. Now this, every time I pull out my almond oil, my puppy has been getting really excited because she loves coconut oil. And so almond oil has that nutty scent to it as well. So I think that's why she perks up and thinks, oh, Mom's using coconut oil. And I'm not. Thankfully, she's staying asleep. Okay, I'm going to use this under the under eye. And if you haven't already seen my recent video on the concealer hack using Aqua 4, I'll link that down below. But I am curious if any of you have tried that hack, if that has been working for you, or if you had similar results like I did. So let me know, I'm curious. All right, the good thing about that glitter liner on the lower lash line is it gives me something down there, but it's not too dark or dramatic. It's definitely not closing off the eyes. So
So let's just clean up. I had a little bit, some of that's foundation, but not much fallout. I feel like those shadows, as long as you tap them off, you don't get too much fallout. Okay, let's leave that there for now. Let's go to concealer, and nothing super new here for concealer. I'll show you my new powder, but for concealer, where did my concealer grouping go? Okay, using the Tarte color corrector in Peach. This is officially currently my favorite color corrector at the moment. And I'm gonna try to put some of these things away as I'm using them because I'm running out of space here. All right, so I just like to tap that into this area right here. For some reason, my right eye, I feel like I have a little more darkness than the left. And speaking of Tarte, just today I opened an email that they have a new creaseless concealer. So they used to have a creaseless concealer that they have repackaged, I think twice. So I was wondering, is this just another repackaging? No, this one has now 60% or something like that skincare ingredients. So I am really interested in trying that, but I gotta hold out a couple more days till the end of the month so I can buy it. But interestingly enough, they also made a paw brush. Looks very similar to this one to go along with that concealer. So you can bet I'm gonna be purchasing that, so stay tuned. I'll share that with you and we'll see if it really is creaseless. I'm going in next with the Haus Labs Triclone Concealer, and I start off with the medium golden shade. And I was just watching Makeup Artist with the updated kind of do's and don'ts of makeup. And when she got to concealer, I was holding my breath. And this is exactly what she said is now the current way that you should apply concealer. I was like, oh, well, hey, it's nice to know you're doing it right, right? I'm going to add, so that was medium golden, and now I'm going to add light medium golden. Now I'm going to add a little light medium peach right here. And the peach tone, it just helps counteract the darkness, but I don't want too much peach on the finished product there. Okay, let's go in with this rougher B05. All right, a little scared, but let's give it a try here. See how it blends out. All right, so it's definitely keeping the concealer in place, allowing you to tap it in. It's a little scratchy, a little more scratchy than, or a lot more scratchy than the BK Beauty A506. That brush is one of the softest brushes. This isn't like unbearable, but yeah, it's not. Okay, on the other eye, let's use the A506. Ah, yes. Okay, so for rougher's feedback, I would say that brush just needs to be a little softer. All right, and let's see if we I feel like I ended up with more coverage on this BK Beauty side. Let me see if we did. Yes, do you see that? I think we did. We've got more coverage here than here. And it could be because the bristles, they almost have almost like a duo fiber end on them where they're not as dense. So some people might like that. I do love to have, especially for my concealer brush, you know, I need that coverage. All right, just add a tiny bit more right there of the golden shade. Ooh, I feel like the cars are flying by our house today. I'm thinking 25 miles an hour. Are you sure? All right, let's see. All right. Yeah, definitely a difference in the feel of the brush. Prefer this one way more. Okay, let's now let that sit, and I'm gonna add a touch of the Hourglass concealer. You know, I've talked about this before, but I didn't return this, even though it didn't work well under my eyes, I didn't return it. So I like to find alternative uses for concealers, especially one like that was expensive. I like it for the eyelid, and I like it for just a little bit of highlighting on the face, like this. And I'm just gonna work a little bit right there, top of the nose. Okay. All right, we have the Mario Sculpting Bronzer, Liquid Bronzer. And what shade do I have? I have light medium. This is a very interesting product. The packaging is brilliant. So you have a doe foot on one end. You also have a pump in case you want to mix it into your foundation or apply from the back of your hand. I've actually been enjoying going right in with the doe foot applicator. Now this is very much like a serum texture, and I wasn't sure I liked this at first, but I've gotten to where I really love it. It's very forgiving, super lightweight. Let's go in with the BK Beauty 107 brush. And you can see I did apply that just above the hollow of my cheek. And now I'm just tapping it in. You want to tap, especially with any serum type blush or bronzer, just so you don't disturb the foundation underneath. Do you see how beautifully that just blends in? And it's very cooling on the skin. I really like it. And the shades seem like like light medium. I mean, that's not a deep shade by any stretch of the imagination, but at first I thought I might need a deeper shade, but then I realized I could layer it if I needed to, and it's actually been working out just fine for a softer kind of bronzed look. And again, I did already fix my hair. Oh well, we're gonna have a really great, well, hey, this is a testament to hair wax and hairspray, how well it holds up. I did use the Kenra Nitro Memory Cream today on my hair too, instead of Root Lift, because I really don't need Root Lift right now. My roots are pretty full, all that bleach. But the Kenra Nitro Memory Cream really does help give some hold as I'm done blow drying. Isn't that nice? I feel like that looks really nice and natural. Like I've got a nice tan going on with my blonde hair. All right, and then I will use this just to sculpt a little bit. It's a slightly warmer color tone, but in the summertime, I feel like I can't go super cool with my contour because I have a little more depth on my skin. And so if I go too cool, it just makes my skin look ashy, and it's not very flattering and definitely doesn't look very natural. So I feel like I can get away with a slightly warmer bronzer contour shade and use that to shape my face here. And I did apply some Sunless Tanner to my face last night, so that is also why I have a little more color on my face. I have been walking Gracie super early in the morning. Well, early for me. I'm going with the A501 brush. It has been, you know, it's light early, and I am one person that is very dependent on light, or affected, I should say, by light on when I'm ready to get up. So in the wintertime, I just want to hibernate until 8 a.m., you know, 8 or 9, because it's cold, it's dark, I don't want to get up. But in the summertime, my body just starts waking up, even though it's still in the 6s. And Gracie has also been adjusting to that kind of schedule. So she will get up this morning, I think it was about 6:45, and she hops off the bed, and then she just sits there and she's waiting for me to get up. And if I don't get up, she comes and paws on the side of the bed. And so I've been trying to get up though and get going because it's getting hot. We had 108 last weekend. So I have to get her out before it gets too warm. And that is getting my day going a little earlier, which is not a bad thing, but you know, I'm missing those mornings of sleeping in. Okay, I'm gonna check my concealer up close. Where's my mirror here? Let's just make sure we don't have too much creasing. Pull out my little brush. And yeah, that liner, it's a little more of a vibrant green for sure than the rest of the makeup that I'm wearing, but I don't know. It's just fun. It's subtle. It's a little subtle pop of something fun. Okay, let's go to blush next. Now I have, Revlon sent me a very generous package with their new serum tinted moisturizer. I have one of them on my desk I've been trying to play with, but again, I have such a hard time with shade matching with their foundation and with the serum skin tint, but this is really nice. If you can find this in your shade, it's a good one. But I'm testing it out, mixing it with different things to get the right shade. They also sent me their serum blushes, and I've only tried these, I think, one time. So I'm thinking between these two shades, and this is impressive. They have a lot of really good skincare in them. It says the Superfood Complex Gel Cream. And I think Revlon's doing a good job at the drugstore, giving us some new and higher end type of formulas. So let's go in. Ooh, that's a pretty color. Which one is this? This is 110. Oh, I know why I saved all the packaging, because on the product itself, all it gives you is the color number. But on the top, on the actual box, it has a name for the color. Anyway, I'll put the shades down below, but this says it's 110, and let's just check this out. Ooh, it's very rosy. That is gorgeous. Wow, little too cool tone for me at the moment. Let's go in with this 130, which is peachy. We might do a peachy pink combo. Well, that's pretty. Yeah, that one has more yellow, being the pinky peach. Okay, let's see what happens if we blend the two. The back of our hand. And again, this is a serum type texture. So if you can't go in with a doe foot applicator and lightly apply, it is good to go from the back of your hand first. And then I'm using the rougher number 4 brush. Okay, we're gonna just test this out here. I do have some powder products too, but I've been wanting to try these out. Oh, feels really nice and cooling. I think because it's hot, I'm noticing everything that feels cooling, right? Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, all right. That provided a lot of really nice, beautiful color, little glow on the cheeks. Okay. All right. Let's leave it there for now. And we're going to powder, and then we'll come back and we'll probably add a little bit of some powder bronzer, but let's go ahead and powder the face. And I've had this for a while, but have not really dug my teeth into it. It's the MAC Studio Fix Pro Set and Blur powder. Loose powder, comes with great packaging, has its own puff right here and a lid over the actual product, has a sifter on there. So you can dump the product actually in the lid or just bounce the puff into the powder. So I'm gonna go right into the powder, and you know what? I forgot one thing. Let's see. I was going to press in my foundation just a little bit. Okay. I feel like I'm going to be wearing makeup everywhere. My hands, my pants. Goodness, I'm a mess. It's okay, right? All right. This is a really nice, almost firm powder in there. It's not quite as loosey-goosey as most loose powders are, but I haven't loved this necessarily with a lot of other foundations, but I do feel like this works well with its liquid counterpart, and I would think that that would be a good match. Should be made for each other. Now, I will do my best in the description box down below to leave a note on how long this makeup wore, if I had any fading for the blush, or how long my face stayed oil-free. And I also want to, after I powder, we're gonna check and see if those areas that we applied the primer, if they look noticeably different than the rest of the face. So, okay, let's blend it in. All right, okay. Now let's powder under the eyes. So I mentioned I have a new powder. I did show this in the Aquaphor video. It is the new Tarte Creaseless Setting Powder, and this is in the shade pink. There are multiple shades available, but I picked up the pink shade because, you know, that's the trend, that's the thing, but there are varying levels of pink, and this I have found to be a very flattering pink, even for me, with yellow undertones to my skin. Now, I feel like my coverage, I'm still struggling on this eye here, and I think I need to go in with a little bit of the peach tone concealer. So I don't feel like the other eye is having any issues, but just this one. So let's fix this real quick here. And I don't want to be done with my makeup wishing I had added just a little more coverage, right? You know, this starts getting problematic if you start layering concealer, mature under eyes. It's true. Let's just hope. Just went in with a small amount. We should be good. And now we'll make sure we don't have any other creases in the concealer under the eye. I feel like this concealer sets up pretty quickly, quicker than Natasha Denona concealer does. That one is much thinner consistency than this one. All right, and now I have these cute little sponges from MCO Beauty. They had sent me a second PR package and I had just kind of dug into it a little bit and forgot that there were these cute little pink sponges in there. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that Tarte powder, press it into my hand, and lightly press that powder in. And what I found is I do find this pink shade to be brightening, but I don't think that it makes my under eyes look pink. So from this, I mean, isn't that amazing? And I do feel like this really makes a difference in keeping my concealer looking nice all day. And sometimes I do add a little bit right here too, because who doesn't like a little brightness? Isn't that just so amazing? Yeah, I'm telling you, I think this is a winner. Okay, let's clear off this space here a little bit again. And now, what do we have left? Oh, we have, okay, I feel like I need some actual bronzer now on the tops of the cheeks. All right, I am not going to use, well, let's say I'm not. Maybe I might use the bronzer. Have you seen these new NYX Butter Melt blushes and bronzers? I picked these up at the end of May and I'm so intimidated. I opened them up and obviously it's because over the last month and a half, not obviously, but I have been having very few days where I have time to fix anything if makeup goes awry. And I mean, these are so pigmented. I'm scared. I'm kind of scared to use them. They're just amazing pigment. They are super smooth and soft. The bronzer, I feel like the shade I got is, yeah, this is why I'm not using this right now. It's a little too cool toned and light. So this is probably gonna have to be put away until the winter time, because if I put this on, it doesn't have enough warmth and it will make my skin look like it's dull and gray. So let's go in with this Laura Geller, the Best of the Basics Baked Full Face Basics. Look at this fun palette. I mean, these are all amazing products. I have several of these in full size individuals, but I love that she put these together. I think it was in celebration of maybe anniversary, birthday of the company. So let's go in. Now this bronzer is quite glowy. I'm just saying. So I'm gonna use this on the tops of my cheeks with a light hand. I'm using the 103 from BK Beauty. Just very light tap in there. And it is warm. It's a warm tone bronzer, but more glow, I feel like, than color. So it's really pretty. But then she put in two highlighters. So her French Vanilla highlighter, which has no shimmer, just glow, and then this super glowy highlighter. What one is that one? That one is Portofino. That's right. Okay. I'm gonna go in. I feel like I need a little more bronzer. I do love Laura Geller products. I love her baked blushes. Several of you have asked for a full face of Laura Geller, and I'm working on it. I've been testing out all of her foundation-y products, and she just came out with a tinted, like a CC cream, I think it is, with sunscreen, but it came out this month, so I've made myself wait to buy it. So I will be testing that out next month, and then we'll do a full face of Laura Geller because I think I have pretty much a full face. All right, that was really pretty. I think that's what we needed just to kind of blend everything together. All right, now we have brows, lips, and lashes. And let's see here. If I can open up the wet wipes without my dog going crazy. There's something, oh, here she is. She's waking up. It's okay. It's okay, girl. Something about the crinkle of this package. And then the fact that I am using a wipe. She just goes crazy for paper goods, paper towels. All right, so this is how I have to work with the side area of my hairline here. Obviously, nobody's going to be seeing under my hair there, but I do, just for my own sanity's sake, I like to make sure that's cleaned off. Same thing over here. If any of you have any helpful tips for me and my fellow light-haired ladies of what you do around the hairline to keep makeup off of it, let me know. I'm planning to try a few different things, like, I don't know, maybe some primer or some extra moisturizer around the hairline there. Maybe it would help kind of minimize how much grabs right there. I don't know. Okay, there we go. I think that's better. Whew, what a difference, right? Okay, let's get back to, all right, now do you see these eyeliners? These are the What's Up ones. They are not going anywhere. I mean, barely breaking down. And then here are the two from Almay. So the Almay ones came off a little quicker than the What's Up Beauty. Okay, all right, we're good now. Let's go next to brows. And yeah, I feel like I really messed up my hair there. Let's go to brows next. And the shade that I feel like is working the best for my current hair color is the e.l.f., their new waterproof Instant Lift Brow Pencil in Taupe. Taupe is a little warmer than blonde, which I thought was kind of interesting because I kept going back and forth going, is this right? Am I using taupe? So taupe, let me show you on the back of my hand. Again, I'm gonna have to wipe this right off. So I feel like this has been a nice soft brow look for me. So we're gonna do that today. And again, I'm still experimenting. So if you don't like the end results, it's okay. I'm still working on it. All right, I feel like I gotta bring this mirror a little closer here. And let's see, I'll make sure I'm not blocking your view. All right. So do any of you have any vacation plans this summer? Are you going somewhere tropical? Are you going to any weddings? Speaking of weddings, I've had one request for some wedding makeup ideas, whether it be for bride or mother of the bride. So let me know if that's of interest to you. I may film a little bit of a vlog from my trip of the wedding makeup and hair and all of that. We'll see. We'll see how crazy next week is. But yeah, let me know if you're interested in that kind of a makeup video. I am excited because my dad is planning to drive out for this wedding. So, and both of my brothers, obviously my older brother will be there, but my younger brother, his wife are coming out. So we're gonna be all together as a family and I am excited about that. So my dad is thinking about coming out to visit each one of his kids, and he said he's gonna wait till it gets a little cooler to come visit me. I'm like, okay, fine. I told him, Dad, we have a pool here in our community, lots to do. We can get you to the beach, but I get it. It is, when it gets hot here, it's hot and you just kind of want to stay inside. And of course he lives in Oklahoma and it's been hot and humid there. So I actually think he might be a little cooler here. All right. Now this brow pencil with that waterproof characteristic, it has a little bit of almost like a holding wax in it. So I kind of don't feel like I need a brow gel. So let's skip a brow gel today. Let's just see what we think of this color all on its own. I'm gonna soften that. And I've been doing my brows a little thinner. I don't know, maybe they actually need to be a little thicker with my lighter hair. I don't know. You know, it's all just trial and error, isn't it? Okay, let's move on. We've got mascara. This video is forever. I'm going to also let's get our lips done. I'm gonna put a little bit of Soft Ochre and Contemplative State around the edge of my lips. This just evens my lip line out and then also prevents the lip product from bleeding. And I think I got a little too carried away with the Contemplative State there. Okay. Okay. Now for mascara, I have a bunch of new mascaras in my drawer and some that I have not opened. So let's do something new I haven't used. We're going to use these two. MAC Cosmetics came out with a lash primer. Not tried this yet. Let's use it today. It says Legit Lift Lash Primer. And of course, you know, they show pictures on the side and 92%, 93%, maximize, you know, all that. Let's just check it out. Love the packaging here. Ooh, wow, look how fun that is. Definitely wins the prize for the most glamorous, beautiful packaging. And the brush is unique too, has that slight little curve. I think the Lash Stack Mascara by MAC has a similar brush look. Now this is a new brand that sent me a mascara and 2 lipsticks. I don't know that I'm going to use the lipstick today. I think we're going to use a Sigma lipstick, but let me show you. Look at this packaging. Is that not crazy? It's the Queen Musa. I'll put it on the screen, the name of it, but look at this. Isn't that just the coolest packaging ever? I think it's so fun. And they sent me their mascara. Let's see. I do love that the mascara is actually in a sealed box, but let's see if we can get it open. All right, their mascara. So everything's supposed to be futuristic, like almost like Star Trek, right? So this is Mascara 2053. Check this out. I hadn't even opened the box. This is a really cool mascara packaging and it's very weighty. All right, let's take a look at the brush. This is a risk. Ooh, okay, I think I'm gonna like that brush. It's got a bunch of, you know, like all the bristles aren't completely even across and it looks like more of a natural bristle brush rather than a plastic wand. All right, let's go in first though with the, oh, you know, I'm just a little all over the place today. Thank you for hanging with me. Let's use our eyelash curler. And I don't know about you, but I think sometimes it's just fun to relax and chat and do some fun makeup with friends. So I hope that that's how you feel. And as always, feel free to skip forward if you don't want to hang with me through certain applications of products. That's okay. All right, let's see how this goes on. All right, this is one of those plastic bristle brushes, which can feel a little prickly when you get close to the lash line, but not terrible. All right, that did actually apply a good amount of product. Okay, this is a little risky. Can't use my phone viewfinder as my mirror. Kind of need to be a little closer than that. Okay, that's better. Now, this is supposed to help add some lift. So I don't have problems holding curl in my lashes, but if you do, this may be a primer to check into. Now, when I start a new mascara, I do like to have a fresh primer started as well. It doesn't have to be brand new, but I do think it's important that you switch out your primers and your mascaras around the same time frame. So just FYI. All right, let's go in the mascara. Ooh, I don't know if I want to use this on my lower lashes. I guess we better, right? Since I'll just be among friends today, it won't matter if I have to clean up mascara smudges. Wow. Okay. The combination of those two, we'll see what this looks like on the lower lashes just by itself, but the combination of that mascara and the MAC primer are pairing well together. And normally I am not one to be wowed by the first application of a mascara. Case in point, I just pulled out for the first time to use the other day, the new L'Oreal Panorama Mascara. Let me know if you've used it, if you've tried it. Wow, that mascara has had so much buzz And it took me a while to buy it, and then I bought it and it was sitting in my drawer. I had to wait for it to go on sale because it's expensive. And I finally pulled it out last week because I had finished up another mascara and I was not impressed at all. So let me know if you have used it. I've got it sitting in the drawer. I'm gonna see if it's one of those mascaras that takes time, you know, to dry out a little bit, and then I might like it better. Let's hope so, because right now it's not a hit. All right, so I do think this mascara is a little wetter of a formula, but it's not bad. So I'm not getting it everywhere, but I do feel like this one might be one that as it thickens up a little bit, it might build volume a little faster, but it's pretty. It's really kind of more fluffy lash look. All right, I mean, there's length there too, but let's try it on our lower lashes and then we'll add a little more maybe to the uppers. And I know some of you don't like lower lash mascara. That's fine, you can skip it. I personally, my philosophy is when you add lower lash mascara and liner, it gives your eye actually a frame, and instead of it, I don't think that it drags the eye down. It makes the eye itself look bigger, your eyeball look bigger, because it has a frame of reference. Right here, it just kind of like, I'm not quite sure how big that eye is. And actually, I feel like it looks a little more closed off. But when we add mascara, it makes the distance between the lashes appear bigger. That's my philosophy. But if you don't like lower lash mascara, that's fine. You can skip it. I have long blonde lower lashes. So if I do nothing with them, it looks really odd to have black lashes on the top and these blonde lashes hanging out with nothing on them. So, all right, let's add one final pass through just more of the ends of the lashes, and it's layering nicely. And I don't know, again, I'm gonna have to pull out my glasses and take a look at the box to see. I don't know that it's a tubing mascara, but if it is, and I apologize if my mirror has been crossing in front of the camera. All right, let's try. See if we can build this inner corner. So not as much volume as like a superhero mascara right now, but I kind of like the look with this lighter lid shade. I think it looks pretty. Inner corner highlight, let's go back to our Dream Gaze palette, and we're gonna do just a combination of these two. Go in the yellow, little in there, little inner corner. Ooh, a little more yellow. Okay, and I'll take my Sigma E30. This is a brush that has been around for a long time. One of the first brushes I ever bought, and then I repurchased another one. So, all right, lips. Oh goodness, too many options. Okay, what's up, beauty? This packaging on everything is gorgeous, but the 3 lipstick shades, okay, let me just show you. Do you see, I don't know that you can see the detail. All around the lipstick is an impression of like buildings, or no, it's Egyptian. So like Egyptian pharaoh, like right here. And this is a very comfortable, it's a matte formula, but it's very comfortable. It doesn't really ever dry down or set completely or anything, but 3 really pretty shades. I have worn this shade in a video before. What is this one? This one is Sebia, or Seba, S-E-B-A, I believe, yes. But let's use one of these Sigma lipsticks. Oh my goodness. They sent me the whole line of their lipsticks. What do they have? They have 2, 4, 7 shades. And this shade, which is, let's see, is this the one I want to do? New Mod. I think this is the one I want to do. Really pretty. It's peachy pink. Those colors are very similar, aren't they? I have worn Deja Vu, and they have several deeper shades, but I'm just feeling kind of something. Oh, they have peach tea, but I feel like peach tea is actually even more pink. Yeah. So there's peach tea and there is New Mod. Well, maybe peach tea will work. Let's go with peach tea. Okay. So I am going to use a lip liner though, and I'm just going to grab what is here on top. We have Am I Kiss? No. We should do a fun, I should do a fun video where I just close my eyes and grab something and that's what I have to apply. That would be fun. Would you be interested in that? Let's go with Charlotte Tilbury Super Size Me. And this is a little more of a pink tone. I really love this shade. And then we will add this lipstick. Now this formula is really amazing, but the point, this is a very unique patented design of lipstick, so it always stays pointed. It's a little tricky when it's new to make sure you don't gouge the top of it when you put the lid on, just FYI, but it is a really unique design. And the formula, wow, the glide, the pigmentation, hydrating, ugh, I love that color. Oh yeah, okay. And then the packaging, I mean, it's gorgeous and very weighty, and of course has that nice magnetic closure. Okay, here we are. We've got nice pinky lip. I think we need, I'm keeping it real here, we need a little MAC lip gloss in Nymphet. Let's do a little of that. A little gold. Bring the whole look together. Okay, fix the hair. Let's add some earrings. I could not decide which earrings I wanted to wear. This is another one of those necklaces from Amazon. It's got a freshwater pearl and it's gold. I love it. So fun. Okay, let's see. Are we gonna wear these earrings? No, I think we need hoops. And we might do just plain hoops, or have these flower hoops from Kohl's, Lauren Conrad. I think we're gonna do the lighter weight hoops. I think that's what I'm doing today. Okay, here we are. Let's see, do I have any mascara to clean up under the eyes? I do have Q-tip handy. Actually, that was pretty clean application. Oh, I did get some right here. Let's see if this flakes off easily or not. Not too hard, but we got that off. Okay, well, there we go. What do you think? I'm sure you're all just like, I'm not sure. The hair, everything, it's so different, but I hope that you enjoyed this. Here is our finished look. And I feel like it's fresh and my skin feels completely weightless. So between this ultra light moisturizing gel and the MAC Studio Fix foundation, it's super lightweight. My skin does not feel heavy at all. And I really like the cheek colors, those serum blush and the bronzer and the eyeshadow. I think that's very fun. So let me know in the comments down below what crazy eyeshadow colors you want me to use or not. Let me know what's missing, what you want to see me do. And I will be, of course, listing everything in the description box. Hit where it says more over here. I will also, I think I'll use the YouTube tagging products tool as well, but just keep in mind, they don't have every product available in their linking tool. So just keep scrolling down. If you don't see it in the top portion of products, you'll see it down below. Thank you as always so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this What's New video. And if you have not seen my salon visit, go check that out because I have a few moments of shock and terror in there that I'm sure you'll enjoy watching. So thank you as always so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.